that I'm a fear mastery coach, but fear really is our enemy in many ways. And then it's also our friend, so it's one of those tricky things that to manage fear takes a lot of faith and courage, I believe.
Yes.
Because sometimes our intuition has us recognize fearful situations, fearful environments that are important for us to avoid or to, navigate carefully. And so it also has a real purpose in keeping us safe, but it doesn't know the difference between emotional safety and physical safety. And so it keeps us, frozen from making some discernments in our life that really will move us forward emotionally and socially and physically.
Well, and then if it's a fear of the unknown, what is just one little thing you can do to move forward? And thinking back to when we were younger, what may have caused that to come up? Was there an incident or a person that said something that has now ingrained and impacted, and we've thought about that the whole time and never had enough faith to trust the process?
Yeah, for sure. I know there's been some research, I don't know, I think it's within the last 5 years, there's been some neurological breakthroughs in understanding where fear resides in our brain, because it used to think it resided, in one place, but now they know it's everywhere. It's not just concentrated in one area. And we've also discovered that we, in our brains, in the DNA of our brains, we carry the fear of our ancestors. And so there's even fears that maybe our great-grandparents or our great-great-grandparents had that we didn't have the experience. We didn't have fearful reaction, but we have their triggers of fear. And so that's why sometimes I wonder, I'm deathly afraid of the dark. And I never got shut in a closet. I never had any experience in the dark, but I mean, I have all the physical symptoms of fear when I have to be in the dark. And so I'm thinking that probably something to do that happened, to someone else that's in my DNA, in my experiences, because understanding that has made me be able to navigate the fear more successfly. I go into a dark room and I don't have so much heart trouble. I can prepare by always having a light on if I'm going to come home after dark. I do that. But I'm able to walk through the dark knowing where the light switch is and knowing that it's not something I experience, but it is within me, that fear, trying to tone it down a little bit, so it's not so physically alarming to be in the, I can never, like our theater would do haunted houses. I couldn't do it because it was in the dark. I couldn't be a scary person that was going to scare somebody else. I couldn't do it because I couldn't be in the dark. Just kidding.
Well, a lot of that I have been reflecting about in the line of ancestral healing.
Mm-hmm.
And when we can walk through that journey and then it stops, we've taken care of that. And then it's not continuing through the next generations, even if they're already here.
Yeah.
So, if there's someone else that, as in your grandchildren or children that have that same fear, then you go and take care of it with ancestral healing, and then it also helps them.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And it is. It's fascinating. It can be that way with health and other thoughts, and it's so interesting to walk through that journey.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, so it's 7:10 now. I can put us in a break